welcome to a very special episode of Super Reaction Bros. I am Kristen, and on today's episode, we are bringing to you, I'm pretty sure I looked this right in our YouTube history, our 5th annual prediction special for the Oscars, the 95th Oscars this year. 5 more years, and it turns a century. God, I feel old. Of course, you guys know what the Oscars are, a collection of people in an academy get together, decide, vote on by propaganda, promotions, and stuff like that. What films are the best of this, of this past year, And there were a lot. I'm gonna let you know right now. So one thing you obviously notice is my brother is MIA from this year's is because mainly due to the fact that still sad about the Will Smith slot, man. It's been a whole year and he's still sad about it. I just don't get it. There's also the fact that because of more work he's gotten, he's been really busy. So we did have time earlier this week as this recording to do this, but I got a stomach bug and I was in no condition to go anywhere outside my own bed. So that's why we're getting to this today. Yes. So with that being said, this year's Oscars, these year's nominations feel like they were no different. I got them right over here for some reason. So what I'm gonna do this year, since my brother is not with me, is that I have his winners here, and I have my empty ballot here. Now I'm not gonna cheat off or anything like that, but I'll probably let you guys know. We'll do it after every year we do the video where we show what we pick overall. Our thoughts about who's gonna win at the Oscars this year. Now, we managed to watch a lot of them. Combined, we watched about the same, though my brother watched a lot more because he watched some of the animated shorts that were nominated. He watched some of the documentaries that were that were available on the streaming services. I mainly just stuck to the movies nominated for Best Picture, some of the individual actor nominees, and even to an extent, and of course the Best Animated Pictures as well. But you're gonna forgive me if I can't discuss this deeply, because for one thing, I love talking to my brother about this, but he's not here, so it's just gonna be me. It's maybe quicker than our usual Oscar nominated Oscar nominee special with prediction recording. Sorry, I can't talk today. But yeah, so we are gonna get started with our first. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna just the way it works. For those who don't know, what we usually do is we don't do the entire. We don't do the entire video where it's well, what I mean is we don't do all the nominees. That's what I mean. We don't do all the nominees. We only do a handful of them because we only do ones that feel like people mainly want to discuss. We don't go over a lot of technical ones. We don't do original songs and stuff like that. We just focus on the main ones a lot more. During more or less going to be watching. Movies this year overall, I would say they're emotionally draining. I guess my word of advice is don't think you can watch one movie a day because some of these are really emotionally draining. I just got, before I started crying, I just finally saw The Whale. And I am so emotionally drained right now. And do not want to see another piece of food again. That's for sure. Let's take a look at the nominees for Best Visual Effects. So, let me see what we got here. So, we got, okay, so, let's add it here. There it is. So, the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Top Gun Maverick. I guess the obvious answer, my obvious pick would be Avatar, The Way of Water. I mean, it's James Cameron. One thing guy knows how to do good is fucking visual effects and put a lot of fucking money and effort into the underwater effects for the movie. Now, no, I did say remember watched a lot of the movies on this. We didn't watch everything. Avatar: The Way of Water was one of those that fell to the wayside. It was A, 3 hours, and B, it wasn't coming to digital anytime soon. We didn't have the time. We didn't see it, so apologies. But obviously, it's Avatar. I mean, if I had to choose a second pick, it's really difficult to say. I mean, you would say Wakanda Forever, but it's standard MCU visual effects, so it wasn't all that great. I mean, it was all compared to what Avatar brings and stuff like that. Um, I know Top Gun Maverick they definitely used a lot, considering they actually technically weren't ones flying the planes, and they had a lot of background visuals and stuff like that, and a lot of the stuff. The amazing jet work had to be extra shiny. I don't know the words. I apologize, folks. But yeah. With all that being said, yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't need a rocket scientist to tell me that Avatar: The Way of Water is probably going to win for best visual effects. If anything else wins, I definitely feel like I already know the Oscars. I'm not going to say Oscar rigged, but yeah. But my vote for best visual effects will definitely go to Avatar: The Way of Water. It's hard to disagree anything else winning on that front. And my brother chose Avatar: The Way of Water, so he's in agreement with me on that one. I mean, it's James Cameron. He put in a buttload for those visual effects. So next up, what we got for okay, still picking up. That was weird. Sorry about that. Next up for best, what was it? Best animated film. Ooh, this one was a tough one this year. There's a lot of good ones this year. So for best animated, the nominees are for best animated feature film, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. That's always fun to say. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. Now this year, unlike other years, I would say easily it goes to the Pixar film. Like it's one of those things that goes to the Disney film or the Pixar film. Last year Encanto won. I definitely disagree with that. I forgot who I voted for last year, but I feel like I knew I was going to choose Encanto, but I felt like there were a couple other nominees during that one deserved to be in there instead. With that being said, I would say the obvious choice is Turning Red, but Jesus Christ, this was a good year for film. And two of the films nominated for Best Animated are stop motion. Like, holy shit. Like, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, very well done adaptation. Easily the best of the three Pinocchio films that came out in 2022. Like, just amazing work on stop motion, amazing story overall. It was finally like an take, actual unique take on the original story. And it was very heart wrenching, heartwarming, and it went places I wasn't expecting to. And it had Kate Blanchett voicing a monkey. More about that said, the better. Yeah. Then you got Marcelo Show's Shoes On, which is the other stop motion one, which I didn't expect to cry so hard in the middle of that one, but Jenny Slate and her team did an amazing job on this film. I just decided me and my brother try our best to go in completely like blind to reviews, even premises on some of these. Just going fully blind, like not knowing next to nothing. This was one of them. So like, and it generally caught me by surprise. It was very heartwarming. It was very loving and caring. The main character was definitely somebody that wasn't like know-it-all or completely oblivious, but more like fascinated with the world around them. And it picked up from there. Amazing performances from Isabel Rossellini, Jenny Slate, and yeah, just a very heartwarming message overall. Sorry, I'm looking at my Oscar notes. So let me see. Yeah, some great moments throughout. Um, yeah, very heartwarming, touching film. Then you got let's see, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Another one that surprised the hell out of me. Just like, holy crap! Like I had to watch the first one, then watch the second one. And the first one was just basically a recent spinoff after Shrek 2 came out of Puss in Boots, and it was a sign of the times. They were still using pop culture references here and there. They still had this was when DreamWorks still had nailed what humans look like, any humans look like. So they not all that great. No, not all that great. And I was, so my expectations are a bit low. I mean, I saw the trailer for the sequel prior. I like what they were doing with the animation style. I love what they're doing with the action scenes, more of like what you got in the Spider-Verse film. Just really well done story. Like, this movie completely caught me off surprise. I think my brother would agree with me here. Like, it's hands down, like, just absolutely amazing. Like, it's out of nowhere. It's just like an RKO. Just, it hits you in all the emotions you need to be, hits you all the places you need to. You really care for all the characters. The comedy relief character, the dog in this, he's supposed to be annoying. I know probably some people land on that side of the fence for that character. But I think Harvey Guillen, I apologize that I butchered his man's name. Guillen. I'm gonna go with Harvey Guillen. Guillen. He did a great job as Perito. He didn't come off as annoying. Very heartfelt, very genuine, and like it was nice to see what Puss in Boots was going through, having this existential crisis be about being on his last life and what to do, actually going through PTSD, and the story with him and this bounty hunter throughout. Just and it all led to such a positive message in the end. Like even like the most close to the antagonist was very well done. I think John Mulaney did a great job with him. John Mulaney? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was John Mulaney did a great job with him. Amazing work from Florence Pugh with the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. There's a lot of heart there as well. Oh my god, it surprised the hell out of me. I had like low expectations, but I didn't realize they'd go through the roof by the time I watched this film. It was absolutely amazing movie. I think the only one, like, Turning Red, I saw last year. I saw last year for Friend, and I really enjoyed it. It was one of those Pixar movies it's sad to say we rarely get nowadays, where it was very heartfelt. It was just this girl trying to find herself after being so long attached to her mother at the hip, trying to be herself. In an era I grew up in the 90s, like with the popular boy bands, Tamagotchis, just trying to fit in and just trying to be themselves. And the message, oh God, just think about the message again her mom gives her, about just seeing her like excel, like even though you're going away, you're gonna love to see her fly and stuff like that. It worked so well. It was comedically fun as hell. Someone made like the facial expressions alone throughout the film were really well done. I just thought that was really good stuff. The father, the main character, was like easily the best side character of the movie. Like one of the best characters in the movie because he could have just been annoying. He could have not said anything at all, and it came through in the end. But his expression, him understanding what his daughter was going through, because he knows his wife went through the same thing when they were dating, and like being very supportive was really well done. Because the mom was the opposite, because she was so scared for her kid, and who wouldn't be at that age? When they're that age and stuff like that, and I can definitely relate to it the most out of all these films. A lot of these films were great, but Turning Red was very well done. And this is so hard because then you have the Sea Beast. It was good. It's the weakest. I would say it's like the weakest of all these films, of all the animated films. But that's not to say it's bad. It's still nicely animated. It was very unique premise, undertone, unique undertones about propaganda, which is main hip on it. Visuals were really well done. If anything, it felt like a really good first attempt at an Oscar caliber film or animated film. Because it's an up and coming production. I think my brother said Phil was people who used to work at Pixar, and you get that vibe from watching this. Like there is heart to this movie, but like when I have to compare it to the other like four films on this best animated feature list, fucking difficult. It's like the weakest. It's sad to say. Still a good animated film. I would still recommend checking it out. It's on Netflix. Like, let's see. Pinocchio's on Netflix. Marcella's Shell. I believe it's on Apple TV, but it's on digital, and you can digitally download it. Puss in Boots is on. The Last Wish is on Peacock. TV's on Netflix. And of course, Trainwreck's on Disney Plus. But like, yeah, this one's hard. Like, I went with my head on this one. I just went with the Disney one, and Encanto did win, which is whatever. Like, in the long run, I just didn't care. Honestly, I didn't care for Encanto. I really did. Like, I rolled my eyes when it won too last year. What would I say is? It's really difficult to say. I can just go with my head. Go with Turning Red. I mean, it was very good this year. Like, it's hard to say. Like, I'm not even gonna look up. I usually look up help me determine better predictions when I make this competition with my brother, but I'm gonna judgment call this. So okay, so my brother chose Pinocchio on this, and I can see why. It is very well done adaptation of the iconic film. It is very well stop motion animated. Voice works great. Neat story take on the iconic tale. Nothing felt like it was Disneyfied at all, which I really did like. Like you got that, it's a DLR. You got the DLR Pinocchio that came out last year, and yeah. So do I go ahead with my brother's bet and saying Pinocchio? Do I go with my head saying, oh, it's going to be the Pixar film? Because this is funny too. Because Lightyear wasn't even nominated, and my brother liked that film. The ending is mixed for some people. There's an ending plot development that like it's split among people, but it's interesting. They didn't get nominated this year, which I'm generally surprised at. Like TV's got nominated, which I'm kind of surprised at. I'm kidding, but this one's difficult. Part of me wants to look up on to what other people have said because I'm going to go. I'm thinking about my brother's pick, my pick, or Pixar bet. My pick, honestly, would probably be Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Honestly, it would probably be Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots or Marcel, the show, honestly, both of those were really good. They surprised me. Both of them generally surprised the crap out of me. Like, really did. Like, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish felt like DreamWorks animation are finally back on track and doing feature-length animated films. There's also the fact that Marcella Shell took like nearly 6 years to fully complete, and that's hilarious. It's hilarious to me. It took nearly 6 years to complete. I mean, who would have thunk it? You know? I guess. Let's see. Um. This one's difficult. I wish I my brother had bounced back and forth on this one. Um. Damn. This one's difficult because, like, if anything, Del Toro should get it, like, for best animated. Like, that would be so fucking great. It really would. Um. Man, my brother's heart is always been animated, and I know he loved Pinocchio. It was very well done. Oh, this one's gonna be a pain in my ass. Pain in my ass. Oh, Disney one has so much backing to it. Oh, you know what? Oh, man, this one is so difficult. Okay, I think enough's enough. I gotta decide. Uh, Jesus Christ. Um, Ah! Damn it, I just don't want to go off what my brother did. So I'm going to split on it with it. I'm going to say Puss in Boots. I'm going to say Puss in Boots The Last Wish. I would love any of these films to win. All of them are well deserved. Yeah, TV's the weakest in my opinion, but even that deserves it. Like, all of these. This is the one year I can guarantee I feel like all of them deserve the win. Like, honestly, all of them deserve the fucking win. I'm gonna go Puss in Boots The Last Wish. It's probably gonna be picked. It's probably between. I know my buddy probably did research too. It's probably between Pinocchio and Turning Red. It's probably between Del Toro and Pixar. So I'm gonna go with the Outback and go Puss in Boots The Last Wish. I'm never good at these, so fuck it. Might as well go with my first Hail Mary of these nominations. So next up, we got Best Cinematography. Now, for those who don't know, what is cinematography as I enter it into my Google search? What is cinematography? It is the art and technology of motion picture photography. Involves such techniques as the general composition of the scene, the lighting of the set or location, the choice of camera, basically how the movie looks, how it is captured, the style, the visual, the artistic integrity they put into shooting the film. Not the visual effects, how they shoot the film, what they use to shoot the film, what scenes they get for the film, how they capture those films, how they capture moments in those films. That's what best cinematography is. And it took me multiple years to really figure it out in the long run. So the nominees for best cinematography are All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truth. I haven't heard that one. Elvis, Empire of Light, Tar. There's an accent over the A. Damn, this one's difficult. No, I'm kidding. This one's not difficult. Elvis. Honestly, if I'm gonna go with any of them, you can't go no wrong with a Baz Luhrmann film. Really, really having had such a good time with showing how this film is and how this film how the camera explains what this film is about. Honestly, Elvis by a landslide. All Quiet Western Front does have some good stuff. There's a lot of Jesus Christ. All Quiet on Western Front is one of the first ones I started watching when catching these Oscar movies, and it was rough. Rough. It was rough. It was very rough. I don't know Bardo. I've heard of it, but I never seen anything. I know Empire Light. I never saw a trailer, but I did hear who it was from. Tar. No idea why. No, I'm gonna give it. Let's see. I'm gonna say Elvis. I'm gonna choose Elvis. All Quiet on the Western Front. Okay, so me or Ver are disagreeing on this one. I was disagreeing with them on some of these. Like, because honestly, I have not even begun research on Oscar predictions, and they're due by the end of tonight. And it's so difficult. Elvis really was good. Like, honestly, the visuals, the way they shot a lot of the iconic scenes was very well done. Yeah, a lot of them were shot for shot, but fuck it, how can you go wrong with scenes like that? Like, it's hard to disagree on that. Like, it was very well shot. I'll get to the performances later, but like, this one's so difficult. Like, yeah, like even a lot of people. I just double checked. A lot of people online agree. It's like it's between Elvis and All Quiet on the Western Front. Like both were really well shot. All Quiet on the Western Front. The way they shot that, true to define what the original book was all about. I would have said Elvis. Now I'm split. The world has me split. My brother has me split on this. Elvis. There's a chance Elvis could win. There's a very high likelihood Elvis could win. and like I wouldn't even be surprised, on them winning. Just I'm gonna look. I gotta look. Oh man, this is difficult. I'm gonna split again. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna split again. I feel like yes, I do agree. All Quiet on Western Front is very good cinematography. Like 1917 was really good cinematography. But Elvis is Baz Luhrmann, and like he knows that cinematography brought this story of Elvis Presley to life. The way that it was shot, the way the visuals transitioned, the way that nearly every single scene in the film, every moment was just, yeah. I'm gonna go with Elvis. Another one I disagree with from my brother. Wow, this is, God damn, I wish he was here to see. Wait, you did what? Okay, so Elvis for best cinematography. Like I said, some of these are gonna be pretty quick, some of these aren't. I am just so nervous because like these are a lot of ballpark decisions and like I don't know what to do. So best original screenplay, basically the script for the film, and these are ones that were original, ones that somebody wrote. It was more or less they heard an idea, they got an idea, and they wrote the script. That's best original screenplay. So best original screenplay, the nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangles. Jesus Christ, Triangle Sadness. Oh, it's cool. So basically, everybody nominated is like five. Half of these are nominated for Best Picture. I mean, these are five that are nominated for Best Picture. So Banshees of Inisherin, that one's a unique one because apparently Martin McDonagh, the guy who wrote the film, wrote it years ago. Didn't like what he wrote. Came back to a few years later. Kept the first 3 to 5 pages. Rewrote the rest. And he wanted to do his own take on a best guy friends breaking up film. Not like the comedic sense, which according to him, a lot of people have done, and they really have. But one more hinged towards dark comedy, trying to take upon what they give there in terms of that. And it definitely works. Then you got Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is a very unique take on a film about, accepting that the path you chose was the right one and just appreciating every moment in life. Of course you have to sift through all the multiversal kung fu anal plug stuff, but like, yeah, so, there's that. You got The Fabelmans. It's an original screenplay, but this, of course, for those who don't know, is greatly inspired by Steven Spielberg's actual like growing up. Not much to say else on that. Tar. It takes a while to build up the story of this one. Like they definitely, to begin with, start really like they don't really start escalating until roughly close to halfway into the film. But you can see there that a lot of the first half of the film was just planting the seed. A lot of it's that. And if you get through that, the second half of the film is really good. It's really good stuff. But like, it's a bit of a slog to get through that first half ish. And Triangle of Sadness, aka What the Fuck. Basically, yeah, it is an allegory towards the fashion industry and differences in psychological stuff in terms of middle and high class people, the lower class, the high class, and what it truly means to like be needed. Like when somebody doesn't get what you struggle for, and then near the end is when they finally get it. But it questions, really questions, is it too little too late sometimes? It was very well done. It's fucking bonkers. It's fucking bonkers. Like it's kind of like how it takes a little bit to get built up, but once you really understand what the plot is, oh boy, it's just, what the fuck? Like, really, what the fuck? Okay. So I feel like, let's say, between Banshees and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Because Banshees was really good. It was a very neat take on a dark comedy. I really did enjoy where he went with that because it took places I wasn't expecting. Had a lot more. It was one of the more WTF ones of all of these, but really well done. Excuse me. But Everything Everywhere All at Once, like, it's hard to say, like, it just does everything in its power to go from point A to point letter of the alphabet in another universe. Like, at its core, it is a movie just about love. That's it. The movie is about love. No more, no less. Just finding love, even finding love in the littlest of things. And it does a great job of telling that. At the same time, being entertaining throughout all of it. Some stuff, a little bit over some people's heads, feel like you have to be high to understand what's going on, but it never, like, to me, it never felt like that. I just thought it was enjoyably bonkers, but it did not let me go to the very end. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to say Everything Ever Once. Let's see what my brother chose. So for original screenplay, he chose Everything Ever All at Once. So I'm going to go with agreement on him on this one. I think it was very well done screenplay, and is original as apple pie can get. Like, yeah. So my pick, like my brother's pick, is going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. And now the next one is for Best Adapted. Of course, this is based off a book, a true story, if it has any source that doesn't come from the guy who wrote it. If it comes from a source where the guy got it from and turning it into its own thing, that's an adapted screenplay. So the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun, Maverick, Women Talk. Sorry, I thought I said Woman Talking. Definitely more than one woman in that one. Okay, so Best Adapted. Now, All Quiet on the Western Front, if you've read the book, it's pretty much shot for, I wouldn't say shot for shot, but in terms of the theme of the original book, it is shot for shot, pretty much the book. It doesn't stray away from what the premise of All Quiet on the Western Front is, which is basically, this is war. It's not great, it's not grand, it is life-threatening. It is life-threatening for just a little bit of gain in the overall sense of the country you live in. That's the feeling I got from it. Is like, it's depressing. And it needs to be depressing, because that's what the message of the original book was. That's why I originally got banned from Germany. That's why I originally got banned, was because, like, it's not one of those things you want to get out saying, war sucks. Because war, like, being honest, yeah, you go, yeah, war sucks. Sometimes we do need war. Sometimes we don't need war. Sometimes we just sit down and talk about it. And this film covers those bases pretty well. Like, sitting down talking about it, the positive, thinking it's all over when it's only just begun, the sacrifice you're willing to make because they told you, yeah, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be great, you're gonna be a hero to your nation, you're gonna make the ultimate sacrifice. And within the first 30 minutes of this film, these kids wanted out, hard out, like anywhere else but there, out. And you felt it. You really did. Okay. So one of the two films I saw to watch for recording this was The Whale and Glass Onion. I had to make a choice. But since I know what both are going to be like, I went with watching The Whale because I was curious. Like, I know what Glass Onion was going to be. Like, if it's anything like what the first Knives Out was, that's what this is. And that's what, from what I've heard, that's what this is. If you enjoyed the first one, it's pretty much like the second one. It's pretty much, if you enjoy the second one, it's probably because you really enjoyed the first one. I believe they have similar tone. They have different bits of humor here and there. It's a different mystery. But overall, it's definitely one of those you gotta really pay attention kind of films, murder mystery films. And it is quirky, it is enjoyable from what I've been told. My brother saw it, he really enjoyed it. I wouldn't doubt if you put that for this. Yeah. I didn't see Living, so I can't really say anything on that one. Top Gun Maverick. God damn. I hate Sony's. I just want to talk more in the best movie category. But seriously, I don't know how they did it, but they found the perfect formula for taking an old movie and doing a modern day sequel for it. They did it. It's like they took the first one and turned it into a better version of the first film. It did what you're supposed to do, which is evolve your movie. Old movies coming back nowadays, just do the nod, just do the I see what you did there to not see the old film. I see what you did there. That's that you're referencing a character that can't be in this film. This film didn't really do that. This film instead just evolved, just took the original film, modernized it, and improved everything upon the first film in terms of the jet fighter fight scene sequences, the acting, the performances in the film. Like Tom Cruise was fucking great because he's Tom Cruise. You got Miles Teller who does fucking great. You got John Hamm. You got absolutely amazing scene from Val Kilmer. But this is about screenplay, so we're gonna keep it to that. Yeah, it was an evolution. I swear they did. It was an evolution of the first film. They took what the first film was, 80s cheese pop action film, guy gets the girl in the end kind of film, and just evolved it. Made it like more about what it would mean nowadays for somebody to be a fighter pilot. What is it like nowadays with technology advancing the way it is, with people like Maverick in this film going away to the dodo, and really seeing how it affects his psyche, about being part of his dying breed, about being part of his team that includes a man who was like a brother to you in the first film. Like, it's really well done script. It's very well screenplay. I think overall it's a very well done movie. Even one of my favorite movies of last year. And I saw the first Top Gun movie like when the first trailer came out many years ago, and I was like, "That's a good movie. I see what people liked it." Then I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer. I'm like, "Okay, cool." I mean, they're doing what they're doing, but yeah, it did very well. Women Talking. Yeah, this one reminded me a lot of One Night in Miami in the sense that the main focus was just like in one room. Like there were shots outside, there was stuff leading into it. The main focus was on the performances, on the story these women were telling, and they conveyed it really well. I think the story was very well told. You pretty much got it almost from the get go what the movie was about, and the rest of the film was just you seeing these women determining their fate. The Mennonite women's fate in this colony. Like, do they move on with their lives? Do they choose to fight back from these men, or do they choose just to ignore it? They have to make that choice, and it affects them in every single way. Screenplay wise, yeah, it does a good job. Good job for what it does. Yeah, this one's difficult. Oh, this one's difficult. So let me see what my brother chose. Okay, he chose Women Talking, which, I don't know. I wanted to say Top Gun Maverick, say fuck you. Adapted screenplay. Hmm. This one's difficult. This one is very difficult because, like, we'll find the Western Front is a flat-out adaptation, like like just nearly shot for shot, like scene for scene, shot for shot adaptation. Some of them was very well done. Women Talking was good. I'll go with All Quiet on the Western Front. Yeah, that was shot for shot, but it was still very well done overall. Yeah, I don't have much to say other than that. So next up for the nominees for Best Supporting Actress, I think these were things start to get a little easier. Best Supporting Actress, of course, not the main lead actress of the film, just one of the side characters, supporting characters. So nominees for actress in a supporting role are Angela Bassett for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale. Oh, she got nominated. Cool. Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin. Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Sue for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, I know the front runner for this one is Jamie Lee Curtis. She does a really good job. She has to literally play, like, let me see, like, at least like 4 to 5 different versions of the same character. And she does each one of them amazingly. Angela Bassett does great. I can't really tell you, like, what scene alone gets her a nod. She does an amazing performance. She's the best performance of the film. Hong Chow plays, in the film, plays Charlie's friend /nurse. I think she has an amazing performance in that shouldn't be overlooked. Because there were some great performances throughout, but hers definitely shouldn't be overlooked as well. Carrie Condon, she does a great job because she's just annoyed with everybody and she conveys it so amazingly. Like I said, I already talked about Jamie Lee Curtis. I think Stephanie Sue does a great job. She plays Michelle Yeoh's daughter in the film, as well as something else that's a spoiler, but like she does a great job conveying all her different personalities as well, switching between. But if I had to choose between those two, I definitely lean more towards Jamie Lee Curtis. And that's what we're gonna do for here. I don't feel like I should be on this long enough. I think I've seen all these films in the actress supporting role, which I think is a first for me. So 5. So I think it's the first time in a while I've seen all the films in the actress in a supporting role. Very well done on my part. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm gonna make it a safe bet. She's been winning she's been scooping up all the awards for the film, for Best Supporting Actress. So I'm gonna go with this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Hong Chow or Carrie Condon win Carrie Condon win, because they both did amazing work. All of them did amazing work. I think those two, maybe, possibly. But no, I'm going for this. I'm gonna go with Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And my brother chose Angela Bassett? Really? Okay. I mean, no, Angela. I'm not gonna shit my brother. I'm just joking. Angela Bassett does do a really good job in the film. Like I said, she has the best performance of the film out of everybody. Like, seriously, like, she has one. If you want to see which scene got her the nomination, I'll redirect you to it because it's not that hard to find in the film. She is great overall, but the definitive Oscar, the one where you put Oscar or Oscar nominated actress, like, pop-up thing, that's where you put it. You put it right there in that scene. Okay. I'll respect my brother's decision. I don't think it's a good one, but I'll respect it. Nominees. Oh, this one, I'll go over this still, but I feel like we all know who's more than likely winning this one. Like, I'll have my doubts on the Jamie Lee Curtis one. I'll have my doubts on it because all the parts are really good. But this one, I gotta go. My heart and my head are like aligned. They're like that. They're like cross. So, with that being said, the nominees for actor in a supporting role are Brendan Gleeson, Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry, Causeway. It's another one that comes I didn't see. Judd Hirsch, The Fableman. Judd Hirsch. Oh yeah, Judd Hirsch. Now I remember. For a split second, I was thinking of Emil Hirsch, The guy who played Speed Racer and Speed Racer? No, Judge Hirsch. Okay. Barry Keoghan, The Banshees of Inisherin. Ke Huy Quan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay. I'm gonna say quickly some stuff. Brendan Gleeson does a great job in Banshees. I'm not sure. Didn't see Causeway, but I like Brian Tyree Henry, so I'm pretty sure he nailed his performance. I think Judd Hirsch it's like Angel Bassett. He has that one scene that really shows why he got the nod. Yeah, it is. It's a good scene from Fableman. Barry Keoghan, I believe that's Barry Keoghan. I believe that's the kid from Eternal. Yeah, because he's only. Yeah, he does fine. Like he's not bad. I got really it was definitely more of a character performance, definitely, but he did really well done. For the character he portrayed. But ultimately, let's be honest, it's Ke Huy Quan. Like let me see. Oh, what a shocker! My brother chose the guy as well. Like it's hard to deny he has the best performance of the film of Every Ever All at Once. Like hands down, like the best performance because he goes from playing serious to playing the goofy husband to playing the action-oriented husband to playing basically the main reason our main protagonist saves, basically realizes why she should save the day in the long run. Like he does such an amazing job, and it sucks that it took him forever to come back to Hollywood. Like in front of the camera again. Let me be clear, in front of the camera again, because he is an amazing actor. He's extremely. I'm gonna bring this up when I talk about my pick for best actor, but like he is one of those people who's extremely humble for everything he's gotten in this business. Everything, his friends, his family are very supportive. Harrison Ford is so happy for the man. Like, why wouldn't he be like? Ke Quan does such a great job in this film, and like he's so very humble about it. If you don't believe me, watch his SAG speech, watch his Critics' Choice Award speech, watch his Golden Globe speech, watch any of his acceptance award speeches. And the man is one of the most humble people in Hollywood right now for being there again. Like, goddamn, I'm choking up just thinking about it. But yeah, my choice, hands down, is Ke Huy Quan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. So the nominees for Best Actor, the lead actor in leading film. The nominees are Austin Butler, Elvis; Colin Farrell, The Banshees of Inisherin. I'm gonna get that right one day. Brendan Fraser, The Whale; Paul Mescal, Aftersun. God damn it, he got nominated. Oh Jesus Christ! Bill Nye Living. Okay, so Austin Butler did such a great job as Elvis. He got the voice down. He nailed the performance. Everything was fucking perfect. It sucked. It took him forever to finally get rid of that Elvis voice because he had to commit to it so hard, like consecutive hours with that voice. But he did a great job. He did a great portrayal of him. My father, who grew up with stuff like Elvis, feels like he nailed him as well. He did great. Nothing to take away from his performance. Absolutely spectacular. Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell is Colin Farrell in this film, except just less. But if you want true Colin Farrell, he has to be wasted. He does a great job in here playing a guy who's just completely baffled why his friend would just cut ties with him out of nowhere. And you see what's great about Colin Farrell is he has those expressions. Like he's like baffled. He's just like angry, baffled, curious, depressed, sad, like angry, and like his performance stands out from all of this. I think the scene that stands out from him is when he has the drunken tirade in front of his now former best friend in the bar. Was I think my favorite scene with him was that part, like especially the end speech he gives his friend at the end of the movie. Just some great stuff there. Paul Mescal, actor son. Oh, this film is very heavy. You don't realize how heavy this film is till near closer to the middle, and you realize what's really going on. And Paul Mescal compares it very well in this film. Does such a great job at that. I was going to say that Bill Nighy, I didn't see Living, but I like Bill Nighy. He's a good actor, so I'm trusting he gave a kick-ass performance. But Brendan Fraser, I think, hands down, like his portrayal of Charlie, this 600-pound obese man who just knows his time's coming up and is just accepting his fate. And instead of just letting sleeping dogs lie, wants to make sure throughout everything he's gone through in his life that the one thing that still runs, that he would, no matter what, living or dead, would be proud of is his daughter. And you get that near the end with the Moby Dick report, which if you see the film, you know what I'm talking about. But like he does such a great performance as his character, great character performance as well, because he of course the amazing prosthetic makeup they did for his role, like his portrayal of an obese man was very well done. I know, like there was discussion I have with a friend about using an actual overweight actor, but like I think if anything, this performance showed why I think the director, the writer, the producer chose Brendan Fraser. Because honestly, Brendan Fraser has gone through a lot. Like, he was away from Hollywood for a long time, and that was because of his own demons, because of old family passing, because a lot of things made him depressed, and it took him a while to get back on his feet, and like, he's happy for it. I remember seeing him at MegaCon, local convention here, and he was happy to be there. Like he was so happy to be like back in the not the limelight, but just back in the spotlight again because he was finally recovering. Like I know he used a stand-up performance in Doom Patrol. I know I haven't seen Doom Patrol yet. It's another sin on me and my brother's watch list on SRBTV, but I've heard he has stand-up performances there. Like he's done some stuff for FX. I know he was supposed to be, I think, the main villain in the canceled Batgirl film. Like he is somebody who's been trying to bounce back for a while now, and now that he has, he used all what he went through in this film. Like never for 1 second did I think he was telling me any lies. His character told me any lies whatsoever. It felt like it was genuine honesty, even though he was just playing up the character in a movie. And you get that from Brendan Fraser's performance. Like he really felt like somebody who just wanted one good thing left in his life before he passed. And that's what he got in this. And I think what Brendan Fraser went through, I think he put into this film. He definitely put into this film, and you felt it every step of the way. Especially the second half of this film, you definitely felt it. Brendan Fraser. Roberta went with Austin Butler. Which honestly, if I had to choose anybody else, it would probably be Austin Butler for Elvis, because the man nearly lost his voice and probably his girlfriend because he wouldn't stop doing the Elvis voice. I would get why. I said before, I think Austin Butler did great in the role. But I'm gonna go with Brendan Fraser in this one. Like I can't help but to feel like Brendan Fraser really gave it his all in this performance. Like really did. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Brendan Fraser for this. Like, goddamn, and it's difficult too because I know if it's not gonna be Brendan Fraser, it's definitely gonna be Austin Butler. Like those two, like that actor, I just found out was on like Ned Declassified School Survival Guy as an extra, as a fucking extra in season 1. Like, and that's an old show, dude. That's like a mid 2000s show, I believe, like early to mid 2000s show, and like, god damn, man, just god damn how far he's come. Very impressive. But for now, I'm gonna give it to Brendan Fraser. So, best actress in a leading role, and the nominees are Kate Blanchett for Tar. She also voiced a monkey. Ana de Armas for Blonde. Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie. Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans. Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, this one's interesting because, like, I have only seen 3 of the films nominated for the actresses in this category. And suffice to say, I think Kate Blanchett's performance as this composer, sophisticated composer, is very well done. Kate Blanchett is a really good actress. She can play the most overacting kind of character. She can play the most goofy kind of character. She can play a character just having fun. She can play a character that's just trying to stab me in the fucking back. Like, hands down, like, she's an amazing actress. She voiced a fucking monkey in Pinocchio. It still baffles the mind on me. Like, she does such a great job. She's a really, really well done, really good actress in this. Ana de Armas, like I said, I didn't see. I know she played Marilyn Monroe. My brother would have a better opinion on her. Andrea Riseborough to Leslie. Once again, didn't see that. Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans pretty much played Spielberg's mom, and it was definitely the most out-of-the-box character in this film. And this film has a really good judge for her performance. I think Michelle Williams definitely wonderfully portrayed the out-of-the-box mentality Spielberg's actual mom was. You know, just a free spirit, like, trying to move forward with her life. You know, trying to not move forward with her life, but trying to feel free. Like, trying to make her kids realize it's okay to feel, like, expressive. You know, to live through your imaginations. Like, in the film, she even helped her kid get his first, help film his first, like, little short film. Like, you can see that. You can see it throughout, and she does such a great job in the performance. Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Easily Michelle Yeoh's best fucking performance, like, hands down. I've never known her for her acting. Because I'm gonna suffice to say, I haven't seen a lot of her films. I'm gonna see it right now. Any film I see her in is usually her just doing a lot of amazing martial arts. That's nothing against her acting. I just haven't really seen a film where she really gets to show her all. This was the first film that really did that, and I loved it. It was really well done. This character was wonderful as this person who didn't know what her goals were going to be in life. But what she knew that she failed at making a goal for herself in life, and she thought she wasn't going anywhere. And then there's these amazing performances like Raquel Queen, the stuff with her husband in the acting universe, in the actor universe, like, just wonderfully portrayed somebody just wanted to love her daughter. That's it. That's all it is. It's all about what she wanted to love, and she did so well. She did really well. Like, I can never doubt how well Florence Michelle Yeoh did in this film. Like, really, really well done performance overall, hands down. Like, she blew me away. She blew me away on this one. Like, amazing performance from her, and, like, definitely a beauty to what she can do. Like, I would love to see more of the flat out acting performances from her overall. But let's see. My brother chose Michelle Yeoh. So yeah, we're both in agreement. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Michelle Yeoh for Best Actress in a Leading Role. Such when you're the only one talking and you forget to bring something to drink into the room with you. So next up is Best Director. So Best Director, the nominees are for Banshees of Inisherin, which is Martin McDonagh, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is the Daniel. The Fableman, which is Spielberg. I don't remember who directed Tar or Triangle of Sadness, but those are nominated as well. Directing. Oh, man. This one's gonna be a pain in the ass. These are all really well done directing performances. Fableman is okay, so we'll go one by one. Banshees, like I said, he just wanted to do the adult film, like adult comedy, dark comedy about two friends breaking up, and it worked. Certainly worked. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's probably gonna be my pick. Fableman's really well done Spielberg film about Spielberg. Star. Like I said, it takes a little while to get. Like I get where they were going with the way the characters and the main character was portrayed, but it did take a while to get there. Triangle of Sadness. Ugh, that one's just bonkers. Has a message, and that's the message. But I'm gonna go with Everything Everywhere All at Once to save time on here. It's such a unique film, and the way it was directed, like they had to direct multiple actors to do multiple performances all in the same exact film. And that takes a lot of effort, especially when you got like amazing actors in your film as well. So I'm gonna go with Everything Everywhere All at Once. My brother chose Everything Everywhere All at Once. And finally, the main one, the big G, the big dog, the big dog. Best movie, best picture. Nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Banshees and Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fableman, Star, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, Women Talking. So, okay, we got All Quiet on the Western Front. I already brought it up. It's a very well done adaptation of the original book. Avatar: The Way of Water, didn't see. It's the only one out of all of these films I didn't see for Best Picture. I'm proud of myself. Well, not for not seeing it, but for seeing 9 and 10. Banshees and Inisherin, like I said, good, solid, dark comedy. Elvis, really good stuff. Solid biopic, easily one of Baz Luhrmann's best. And how you do that kind of film really is how you do a film all about Elvis. Amazing cinematography too. Fableman's great Spielberg film by Spielberg. Tar takes a while to get there, but when it does, it's a very fascinating look into how far you're willing to go to get everything you ever wanted or you think you deserve. Top Gun Maverick. It's an amazing. I'll quickly say about it. It is an absolutely amazing film, and it's a film other people who are bringing back old films should watch. And as a film where if you're gonna do a sequel to an old film, this is how you do it. You don't just put in nods and member berries. That's it. Not this film. This film evolved. This film makes its characters evolve. This film improves upon everything the first film was and then some. This is what Star Wars episode. Let's be honest. This is what Star Wars Episode 9 should have been. That's right. I said that. This is what Star Wars Episode 9 should have been. It should have been, yeah, it's Star Wars, but it should have been its complete own thing. And that's what this is, but staying true to what the original was. You can't go wrong with that. And Tom Cruise was fucking amazing in this film, too. Good lord, the man can still talk and act. Triangle of Sadness. It's sad. Yeah, it's a film that has its message, and it's a very out of the box message once you get to the boat. Women Talking. I didn't see enough about this, but I'll say it here. Very well done performances from all the female leads, and even the one male supporting actor, which is Ben Whishaw, plays Q in the. I believe he's the one who plays Q in the recent Bond flick. Amazing performances throughout. It's a story I never knew about that's based off of fact. It's just amazing performances from the younger actresses, the older actresses. A lot of familiar faces I couldn't quite put my ear on. And by the end of it, you feel satisfied, yet slightly sad that this was the choice they had to make ultimately in the long run. And everything everyone wants to go and going with. Look, I'm gonna be honest. It's like I look at these films, like except for Avatar, all these films in one way or another were generally well done. Mixed emotions throughout. Like I said, emotionally burnt out after watching all of these. But ultimately, my pick for best picture be Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think it's such an out of the box film, but that grabs you because of its out of the ordinariness, and then doesn't let go because at the same time makes you look inside that box and make you realize there's a very heartwarming story inside it. I mean, it's not perfect. There's some stuff where they could probably tone it down a bit here and there on terms of its weirdness and outboxes. But that's what made it work for me. Is that it was so out there that when he came back in there, it was worth the journey all overall. And amazing performances, amazing choreography, amazing visual work. They did some old like handy dandy DIY, find on YouTube kind of techniques here and there for my brown line. And amazing performances and Rakat Cooney, man. You can't go Rakat Cooney. So yeah, my brother's pick. My brother's pick is Everything Everywhere All at Once. So yeah. I'm happy this year. Overall, like, I'm looking, me and my brother definitely have some differences here and there. Like, for, like, actor, cinematography, some of the screenplays. Yeah, like, we both agree if Avatar Way of Water is one of the bitch picks, it's bullshit. Do I have any other additional thoughts? I wanted to do this with my brother, but, like, I'm going to do it here. It's a short segue before we wrap this up, is that, do I have any other thoughts about any other nominees? Like, anything else nominated? So let me see what we got here. Let's see. Jeez. Wow, I see why. Okay, so let me see. Give maybe one opinion. Costume design is probably gonna go to Elvis. Let me see. Original score. I don't know. Probably Babylon. I heard Babylon score was good. My brother just saw Babylon. He liked it. Makeup and hairstyling. More than likely Elvis. International, All Quiet. And documentary film. I know my brother loved Navalny. That's on HBO Max. A really good documentary about a guy who had the chance to replace Putin as Prime Minister of Russia. Yeah. Overall, it was a good year for movies. Am I looking forward to doing this next year? Not really. I gotta better separate how often I watch these films. So starting watching them daily, then got more sporadic to a point where I had to last minute a couple of these films. So, but thank you for watching, folks. Like I said, I'm sorry my brother couldn't be here this year, but he was busy and all that jazz. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share around. And if you like us a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about the Academy Awards, the subscribe button down below, hit the bell icon as well. Let us know what you think about our predictions for this year's Oscars. Who you hope wins, who you hope loses, what do you think is going to be the penultimate moment of the night? Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you know, our reactions overall, but most importantly, we thank you for watching. And of course, I will be live tweeting during the Oscars. Well, not only giving my thoughts throughout the night, also giving the scores between me and brother as we go head to head. And as usual, I usually lose these. So enjoy as I get my face punched in by these winners and losers. You can also check out last year's predictions as well. That's really it. But until next time, I'm Kristen. Right there. I'm Kristen. This has been a very Oscars-filled episode of SRB. So see you guys later.
Hey guys. guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.